Well, here's my first mushroom this morning, and it's been up for a few days. Around the big water oak. And usually I don't find them around water oaks until the end of the season, and only on good years. I don't know, some years they just grow without a rhyme or reason, and I can't even bust that off this morning. Look at that. I don't know what I did. I slept on my arm funny or something, and I woke up in the middle of the night, slept on the other side, but I can't hardly use my hand, my arm for anything today. It's the weirdest thing in the world. If you don't notice that great big scar right there, then there's another one right there that tattoo covers up, but all of that forearm ain't nothing but metal, titanium. Busted out both bones when I fell, and it hit a big rock, and it blew both bones out this way. I operated on that night. I was life-flighted to the hospital, but it ain't never done this, man. It is so weird too. It's like I can't do anything with it. I mean, last night when I woke up, it was crazy, but this morning it is still, I don't know, and it's gonna have to get better. I think I hear my phone buzzing or ringing, but I'm gonna have to call a doc, tell her, hey, I gotta come in. You gotta check my arm out, man. Hopefully it gets better through the day. Well, this whole hillside, 2 mushrooms, but this is a fresh gray, and I've been checking this ash tree up here every morning, and this is the first black it's growed. Or gray it's growed, I mean. So, well, hopefully the season keeps going. We need that rain. It was supposed to rain last night and never did. Now they got it calling for tomorrow and Friday. I just need some rain. Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Right there is a big ash tree that I always pick lots of grays around, and there's not a one. And then up there's that ash tree. I picked them couple grays around it. Usually it'll grow some big whites eventually. And here's a couple little ash trees right here. And here's this dead tree. Now I've noticed comments on Morels sites and on Facebook, and even on some videos, that people say, oh, look around dead trees, you're dead trees. Well, that's not true. It's your live trees that grow your morels. Like I said, I've been taking notes on these babies for almost 20 years. And I've had trees that grew the heck out of them, and when they die, they're done. They don't grow no more. Now I've had it the year that they went to die, they push out a bunch, and then that's it. They're done. But, like I always say, without rhyme or reason, here's this one. I can't even hold my camera with my right arm, man, at all. I'm trying to hold it so I can pick with my left, and I look like a friggin' cripple trying to hold it. But, pretty nice mushroom. And I know a lot of you probably get tired of me hearing me say this, and I've talked about it before, but I've gotten a lot of new subscribers here lately. And video 2 back, someone mentioned something, and I kind of got a little snappy, and I really didn't mean to. Wasn't trying to be offensive towards anyone. I mean, everybody knows I'm the nicest person in the world, and I get along with everybody. But 3 days before Christmas in '06, had been in construction for almost over 20 years, since I was 16, and had some co-workers not put some scaffolding up correctly. And I fell 30 feet, landed to my feet. It blew apart vertebrae from L3, L2, L1, T12, T11. Did the Superman break in my neck. Like I said, my body crumbled over. This arm hit a big rock and it blew both bones out. Paramedics was there in 10 minutes. Had me doped up and didn't remember nothing. Woke up next day in the hospital, strapped down 30 different ways, tighter than a Dick's hat band. And only thing I could move was this right arm. Had a pain button taped in it. Everybody standing around me saying, "Don't move, don't move. We don't know if you're paralyzed or what." He said, "Let me see you wiggle some toes." And at first I couldn't move them. And then I guess I started to move them. And he said, "Well, that's a good sign." He said, "But we got to get you fitted into an apparatus." Took them 3 days, fit me in an upper body cast with a neck brace. Had to wear that for 8 months. At 9 months, had surgery. They had to open me up from the side, open up my left rib cage and take everything in my body cavity out of the way except my right lung, and my heart stayed in place. Everything else was removed and laid out on the table for how many ever hours it took them to repair all that spine damage. Put a cage around it, some bars and some great big screws. Sewed me up and sent me on home. And I've been fighting workman's comp ever since. They wanted to give me 88%, which is a joke. It's like 88,000. So I'm supposed to live on 88,000 and Social Security the rest of my life. I don't think so. Well, took a few more years and one more doctor, but I've had 2 doctors, my present doctor and another doctor, give me 100%. Here a couple months ago, they sent me to a Volk person who is the last person anyone sees before the end of workman's comp. And I thought when I got there he was going to ask me to do a bunch of physical stuff, but they had me fill out a pamphlet before I went there, just a bunch of questions about physical motion. And then he asked me them same questions about a half a dozen different times in different ways, I guess to see if you're lying. And his report went to my lawyer, and my lawyer called me a month later and said, "Well, in pretty much all those fancy terms that the Volk guy said, he said you're 100% disabled, and there isn't no way in this world anyone's ever going to hire you. You're 100% liability because of your body and because of the pain medication you have to live on." I mean, one of my lawyers even told me, "You ever get pulled over, don't tell them what you're taking." Well, how are you supposed to do that? When they ask you got anything with you? Well, yeah, I got my medication with me. That's it. So what? You know, I got that with me everywhere I go. You know, at least a few anyways. And you never know when you're going to need one. But, and my doctor, my present doctor, tells me I should walk every day, and she wants me to power walk and blah, 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 and do all kinds of this and that. And are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. If I could go hunting every day, I would. The only time it happens where I go out every day is morel season. And that's because these walks I take like this each morning, they're in the same spot, easy spots to get to. I mean, I kind of have a heck of a walk coming up out of here because it's up a hill, but I take my time. And my doctor probably says I should do more hills, so she likes it when mushroom season comes around. But I'm waiting for that workman's comp settlement to happen, and a lot of fellow YouTubers know it. But when it does happen, buying me a nice camper, something to pull it with, and taking monthly trips to go see everybody, or everyone that wants me to come visit them. Visit them, go hunting in their area, hang out, put it all on YouTube, of course. But that was just a little something for those that are really new. Now you know my situation. Everybody that really knows me knows I'm an outspoken, outgoing person. I believe in every way, shape, and form and keeping it friggin' real. Anybody that's on here that knows me on Facebook probably thinks, "Damn, sometimes, dude, you let it all out, don't you?" Well, yeah, I do. But that's because before all those other people got added on there, only people that were on there were friends and family. And had too many of them that said, we want to know, we want to know. So, okay, I give it. Well, I'm giving it here too. And another thing I'd like to mention real quick. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there that are stalkers on me and other rock hunters. And actually, I think one of my stalkers is one that broke my windows in my car. And just so everybody knows, he watches about all my videos, because I've gotten some texts from him. And some pretty rude stuff, but he's just an idiot. And it all stems from something that happened, oh shoot, probably almost 2 years ago now. And he's still being an idiot about it. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't his fault. And I'm not really going to get into that on here. But if anybody wants to know details, you can call me and I'll tell you. But just so people know, you know, you're stalking me. I know you are. And you can do it all you want. We got something for you. We got something for you, baby. Well, y'all probably heard enough of my bullshit for now. Here's a little guy. Oh, I just spotted another little guy over there. And I know they're fresh because I checked around this tree really hard yesterday. I see a fresh gray behind me too, up there against the tree. I looked this spot over really hard yesterday, so I know these are fresh. But and then dang it, I lost that other spot where I'd picked that other one. I lost my case. Oh, I even see another 2 little bitty more grays, and I mean these are little bitty. I'll probably dry these out for necklace pieces. I do that too with mushrooms for those of us that are badly morelic. They actually dry out, make nice little necklaces or something to hang on your rear view mirror. But I get my Gmail from YouTube. That goes to my Gmail, but it goes to my phone too. And of course, I was in a spot where I really don't get a lot of signal out here, but hit a spot or two. Some comments come through on my last mushroom video, Tim, saying that they bring them out down there by 200-300s at a time. Well, most years I do too, when my good creek spot ain't been flooded out. And then there come a comment from Becca saying she really enjoyed these mushroom videos, and well, I really appreciate that, because I mean that's what I do this time of year. When they're up, I'm after them, man. After them hard and heavy. And even if it's a bad year, I don't care. I'll go every day till I know they're not coming. And what really stinks is I got some other really good spots in another spot with just nothing but ash trees. And I know they're up there, which they grow up around the water oaks and white oaks out there too, but mostly a lot of ash trees. And I just ain't got the gas to get out there today. Friday I will, but that's still 2 days away. These, like last night being 60 degrees, that just ruins them, man. They're a fungus. They like dark, damp conditions. And morels are the pickiest fungus that grows, period. I pick all kinds of edible mushrooms, and these are the pickiest in the world. But I'm glad some of y'all are enjoying my mushroom videos, because It ain't like it's being a real good year and I'm just slamming them left and right and showing great big piles of them. Make everybody's mouth water. And show I can be a king of mushrooms too. But anywho, I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching me pick them and enjoying my yakking that I always do. Whoa! So off to beat myself up some more and find some more mushrooms. It's gonna be an early day. I'm glad this is a short walk. It's kinda not, but it is. Compared to out rock hunting, it's a real short walk. Just a couple hours. I'm really glad to still see fine fresh grays. That just means that they ought to keep coming up. But we need that rain. We need it to cool off. We need some friggin' 50s at night, 40 even. If it's 50 degrees till midnight, they pop. And then they can even get down to 36. It don't bother them. I've picked more like that than I have it being 55 or 60 degrees. That's for sure. Well, there's a woodpecker out there. I'd sure like to sneak up and get a picture of him, but boy, they're hard. They're a hard bird to catch. Well, this great big ash tree, and usually it's got some great big yellows around it. Just got two small ones. Boy, today's being rough. Rough. And I sure hope we get some rain. Because after today, unless it's maybe getting one of them other spots I ain't been to yet, this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm done hunting until it rains. They ain't coming up like they need to. Too warm. And there's still moisture in the ground. Get under them leaves and spots, there's a ton of moisture. Here's another one hiding. This is why you look around real good, because you never know where they'll be hiding at. Be hiding everywhere. Everywhere. And then, they don't always grow next to the trees. You gotta scour around. Here's a decent fresh one. Way over here off to the side. That's fresh. That's nice to see. Where's them cool nights?